Hi, it's Alaska Granny. I wanted to share with you 3 emergency tips from my kitchen. First of all, I wanted to tell you about plan ahead. I know when I put away my garden tools, I didn't remember to get out my snow sleds, and now I would have to dig to access the shed where they are. So try to plan ahead seasonally. We know things change, but yeah, all of a sudden we're dumped with several feet of snow, and it would be fun to be enjoying those sleds without having to dig for them. Winter storms are just one of the challenges that can disconnect us from the road system. They can interrupt supply chains, and they can even interfere with having the power that we need or the running water. Utilities can be a real struggle. So those are important reasons we want to have emergency food in our pantry. We want to have foods that we can grab and go, open and eat, do a little cooking, just simple foods, and have as much food as you can on hand. And start with just filling your pantry so that you can make quick meals, grab a granola bar, have a cup of applesauce if you're hungry and you still don't even have any power. There are all different kinds of foods that you can store and stockpile so that you can get through any kind of a day. Here are the top emergency tips from my kitchen. Number 1, I like having a dehydrator. It allows me to dehydrate fruits and vegetables, which gives more nutrition into the stored foods that I want to have on hand. They're simple to toss into soups and stews. You can boil them with pastas. Then they're all rehydrated, ready to go into your meal. The next emergency tip for my kitchen is add to your prepper pantry over time. Nobody can get everything you would want for, say, 3 months all at once. It's too expensive and it can be overwhelming. But you can plan to add 1 or 2 items even every time you go to the store. Set a budget of $10 and add that on every trip. Figure out what works for you and how you can make it achievable. Make those additions have variety so that you don't end up with just one massive amount of one food. If you really need to rely on the food, you want to have variety so that you can make breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks out of foods that you have on hand. So choose foods that you know how to cook and that you then are able to use. Make water a priority as well. I like to buy the big water containers that can be 5, 6, or 7 gallons. I have small bottles. I also have a few barrels, but the 5, 6, or 7 gallon containers are manageable. They're not too big that I can't carry them around because water is heavy. Each gallon weighs about 8.5 pounds. So you need to make sure that your water container is in a size that you can manage. If you get a barrel, you have to figure out where you want it before you fill it up. They're impossible to move. They weigh like 400, 500 pounds. So you want to have water that you don't necessarily want to keep buying 1 gallon at a time, but that works too. I have those as well for grab and go. But then for the longer sustainability, if you get something like a 5, 6, or 7 gallon container, then you have days worth of water in one compact container, and that works for me. Then you just need to clean out those containers, fill them up, put on the lid, and you can set it aside and the water is going to be fine. If the water coming out of the tap in your kitchen is safe for you to drink, it's safe for you to store. You just want to clean out the container before you fill it up. I've made a video before on how to clean out those containers. I'll put a link to that video if you want to see how to clean out water storage containers so that they're ready to store with the water that you can fill up yourself. Make it a priority to provide your basic needs. We all face challenges, mostly when we don't expect it, and we want to be prepared so that no matter what comes our way, we can get through each day and make it the best that it can be. That's why I'm a prepper. I want every day to be the best, and I hope that it will be for you too as well. And doing a little emergency preparation helps that our lives run smoothly. If you enjoyed my video, I hope you'll share it with someone else you think might like it. Please subscribe to the Alaska Granny channel.